So basically we're leaving for Mount Whitney tomorrow. And Mount Whitney, in case you didn't know, is actually the highest peak in all of continental United States of America. Which means, see, there's Mount Denali in Alaska, which is, higher. But Alaska isn't connected to America. So in all of this, Mount Whitney, about here-ish, is the tallest mountain. And hopefully, if there's no one climbing Mount Denali at the same time we're climbing Mount Whitney, I'll be the tallest person in the United States of America for like a few seconds.
We are on the road to Mount Whitney. We should get up there in about 3 hours. We'll have our permit, and we're going to camp out tonight, get on the trail tomorrow morning about 8 o'clock after breakfast. We're going to climb, we're going to go from 8,000 to 12,000 feet, about a 6-mile hike. Should be very doable all day to do it, and then the following morning we get up and we will attempt to summit to 14.5. And altogether it's about 22 miles up and down, and we couldn't be more excited. We're prepared. We got a ton of stuff with us, and food, water, the whole works, and it's exciting. We're ready to do this.
Alright, so basically we just drove up. We're at the bottom of Mount Whitney right now, and it's the first day. We're not going to do any hiking. We got here about 5, and we're just going to sleep. We had dinner. And we're just going to start tomorrow morning. And talking to some people, it's really, they look dead after climbing. It's intimidating. But I mean, look at this view. Alright, so we just slept our first night in the tent, and we're going to start hiking today. And basically, we're packing up right now. It's the start of a long journey, doing 6 miles today, 15 tomorrow, and let's do this thing. Alright, so we made it we're about 20 minutes in, and we're exhausted. The views are actually amazing, but my legs are terrible. It's just, look at this. So, check in later. Can come the years on what haven't we been together? I need the other one to hold you, make you feel better. It's not a walk in the park to love each other, but when our fingers interlock, can't deny you're worth it. 'Cause after all this time, I'm still into you. I should be over all the butterflies. Alright, so far we have hiked about, I'd say, 2 to 3 miles, and it was brutal. And right now we stopped at like the first trail, the first campsite. We're not camping here, this is the first one. We're camping about 6 miles up, but just take a look at this lake. Jitterbug. 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 You put the boom boom into my heart. You send my soul sky high when your loving starts. A jitterbug into my brain. Yeah, yeah. It goes to bang 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 till my feet do the same.
Alright, so right now we're about 1 hour away from where we're going, where we're spending the night. And it's getting pretty tiring. The elevation is getting to us. I'd say we're about, Dad, what elevation are we?
Probably 11.
We're about 11. And it's getting tough. But all the waterfalls we're seeing, I'm now realizing are from the snow. And it's just, it's quite the view. So that lake over there, we don't know what it is, but we are hoping that it's where we're staying, because we really can't go that much farther. My dad is exhausted.
I'm okay. I'm tired. The good kind of tired.
The good kind of tired. Well, I'll catch in with you guys later.
Nah, 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 come on. Nah, 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 come on. Nah, 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 come on. Nah, 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 come on. Come on, come on. Nah, 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 come on. Nah, 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 come on. Nah, 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 come on. Nah, 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 come on. Come on, come on. Nah, 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 nah. It's so good being back.
Alright, so we just got to where we're going. We went a little farther. That lake that I showed you, we just decided we're gonna get a little farther.
We're at trail camp.
We're at trail camp, which is about 6 miles in. I think we're about, say, almost 12,000 feet. And one of the best parts, you know,
We are 12,000.
12,000?
I think we're over 12.
12,000. We're gonna camp about right here. Put our tent right here. The best part is, imagine waking up to this. Alright, finally, we made it. We climbed about 6 miles, 12,000 feet, and we're here. Now I thought I'd give you this time to just show you what our tent looks like, what we are sleeping in. So basically we have 2 floor mattresses, 2 sleeping bags, my dad right here. Out there's our kitchen, that's our stove, our packs. But probably one of the best parts of this is waking up and seeing that. One more thing, you know how we're going and we're gonna summit Mount Whitney tomorrow? We're gonna wake up at like 3 or 4. Well, that's Mount Whitney. So right now it's 3:30 in the morning. I do not want to be up right now. It's so cold. I think it's like 15 degrees or something. Today's gonna be like a 15-hour day, so we have to start off early. My dad's making breakfast right now, somewhere over there. The stars are amazing, but I just want to be back in bed. All right, I'll check in later.
Dreams, that's where I have to go to see your beautiful face anymore. I stare at a picture of you and listen to the radio. Hope there's a conversation. We both admit we had it good.
We're in the middle of Whitney's famous 97 switchbacks, which is there and back, there and back, there and back, 97 times so far. I have no idea how many we've done, but we've gone that far. We're right by about that lake. Right where we started. Alright, I'll check back in later. Okay, so right now we've got done like something hatchbacks. The altitude is officially making me crazy. And we're about to pass through this snow area, and it's extremely slippery. But well, if I check back in later, that means I'm still alive. Okay, so we just finished the switchbacks, and I'm not gonna lie, that was probably one of the most scary experiences of my entire life. The trail was like no more than 2 feet long and a humongous drop, like 1,000 feet. But we got here, and on the other side of the mountain is this, a different national forest. So right now we're really close to the summit, and The climb is actually getting more and more dangerous, and the trails are getting thinner. It's feeling more just like a bunch of rocks and trails. But started over there, pretty much, and climbed here. So, I guess maybe the next time I'll check in, we'll be at the top.
Someone like you.
What was that, you ask? Well, that was me signing that I officially made it to the top of Mount Whitney.
Yeah, I'm out at Brooklyn. Now I'm down in Tribeca, right next to the Narrow. But I'll be hood forever. I'm the new Sinatra. And since I made it here, I can make it anywhere. Yeah, they love me everywhere. I used to cop in Harlem. All of my Dominicanos right there up on Broadway. Pulled me back to that McDonald's. Took it to my stash spot, 560 State Street. Catch me in the kitchen like a Simmons whipping paste.
Today, on July 30th, approximately 10:02, Charlie Morrison and Michael Morrison summited Mount Whitney, 14,495 feet. That, my friends, is Mount Whitney. Thank you. Alright, I would just like to, I know I said day over, but I would just like to bring you guys one more thing. I've never seen my dad more happy in my entire life than he's eating raspberry creme brulee in a bag. Look at that face.
It's really good, actually. It's freeze-dried. It's raspberry crumble, not creme brulee. But it's excellent.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about misspeaking earlier.